What makes something fake news? I would assume if the news being reported is fake or wrong and the person presenting that news knows it is fake or wrong, that is bad. But what if the news being reported is accurate? The facts are good, they just sound bad. My colleague Chris Wallace has discovered again the president doesn't distinguish. Apparently furious over Chris's interview this past weekend with House Minority Whip Steve Scalise. Scalise has steadfastly defended the president on this whole Ukrainian situation. The president likes Steve for that. Let's just say he doesn't like Chris for challenging Scalise on that. Like when Scalise dismissed the first week of public impeachment hearings as Adam Schiff's witnesses. Chris pointed out, say what you will of those witnesses, they were career Foreign Service officers who worked in the Trump administration. Or when Scalise argued the president was only concerned about corruption in Ukraine, even though Chris pointed out the president never uttered the word corruption in that July 25th call. A call that Scalise said involved only the two presidents, but as Chris quickly added, yeah, and a dozen people listening in, and a number of them immediately upset. Now, we can debate whether the crime was committed here or any crime was committed here, but Chris challenged Scalise, concluding the witnesses who testified last week didn't see a crime committed here. That was his view of what they said, but that is not what they said. Passions run deep these days, but facts should run even deeper, even if those very facts can elicit wildly different reactions. Some insisting they exonerate the president, and others just as adamant that they all but indict the president. It's a pity the president didn't stick around to catch Chris just as aggressively going after Democratic Congressman and Intelligence Committee member Jim Himes, and the lack of any firsthand evidence implicating the president in anything. Now, while it's understandable not to like what you hear, Mr. President, it is not understandable to tune out what you should otherwise like very much to hear, including plenty of coverage of markets that are soaring and an economy that is humming. Chris has covered that. I have covered that. Fox News and Fox Business, which if you don't get, Mr. President, you should demand. Not just some of it, Mr. President, all of it. The things you like, and yes, the things you might not like. You are not the first president to say the media has it out for you. No less than press darling John F. Kennedy himself had his moments with the media. People will always see things through the prism of their own set of beliefs. I get that. Just like I get plenty of Trump supporters who call me a never-Trumper for getting into matters they don't like, and plenty of never-Trumpers themselves for giving any credit to a president they will never like. We can't please all. The best we can do as journalists is be fair to all, including you, Mr. President. That's not fake doing that. What is fake is not doing that. What is fake is saying Fox never used to do that. Mr. President, we have always done that. We did, Chris did, I know I did. I recall quite well a chat I had with you back in 2015 when you were running for president. I heard later on that you were none too pleased. You actually called me nasty. The interview, even worse. You were entitled to that opinion, Mr. President. Actually, many agreed with you then, many agree with you now. Some go so far as to say I'm fat and clueless, Mr. President. Now imagine anyone calling me fat. But journalists, no matter their weight, aren't entitled to praise you. We are obligated to question you and always be fair to you. We will, even if it risks inviting your wrath. Like I said, you are free to rage. All we are free to do is report and let the viewers decide. We started out that way. We'll continue being that way. Good night.